Week 14, we only have 3 more weeks of Dolphin football. Let's make some picks. What is up, football fans? Week 14, the season flew by. Kind of a little anxiety-inducing because that means time's flying by. I'm getting older. Eventually, I'm going to die. That's dark and morbid, Doug. What the? But anyway, I'm going to break down some picks. I'm going to talk about what happened last week. Get into me and my dad's picks, who's where and who's doing what and all that good stuff. But before I get into that, real quick, got some Dolphin news, being that this is a Dolphin channel. Give you some Dolphin news first and foremost. The Miami Dolphins have made some moves. They have signed guard/center Evan Brown off of the Giants practice squad and wide receiver Mac Hollins off of the Philly practice squad. And in that process, they need to clear up some space. They release guard/center Chris Reed, mostly played guard, and cornerback Ken Crawley. So making some moves. I'm going to talk about that when it comes to comment of the day, get really a little bit more into the moves that are made and kind of what the Dolphins are doing with the rest of the 4 games that they got going on. But before I get into that, let's jump into the picks. That's why you're here. Hopefully, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to say first. Give this video a thumbs up before I jump into the picks, just because you like these pick videos. If you don't like the pick videos, I ain't going to do them no more. I'll replace it with something else. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let's get it over 200 likes. And I'll continue doing the picks video. If not, this might die. Just being honest with you guys, because this might die. But let's jump into the picks. Last week, I did pretty bad last week. I had an 8-game lead on my dad, and I did pretty bad last week. We had a huge difference in opinion when it came to last week's games. I went 7-9. He went 11-5. He got 4 games back on me. So my overall record is a 120-72. Still a ridiculously good record if you ask me. I'm picking on the season. My dad is a 116-76. It's only 4 games behind on me. Unfortunately for him, this week, we are pretty even-minded. I think we have 1 game difference this week. Now, what I do is I make my picks, then my dad sends over his picks on days like today where I'm super busy and I can't get together with him. But it just so happened that this week we picked the same except for 1 game. So let's jump into that. Let's talk about tonight's game. Tonight's game is the Dallas Cowboys heading up to Chicago to face Bears. Now, the Cowboys are given 3 in this one. Cowboys got beat pretty bad by the Buffalo Bills on Thanksgiving. Me and my dad are both taking the Chicago Bears. Like the defense, kind of the Cowboys are struggling hard. That division in a whole is still wide open, even though the Eagles got their butts kicked by the Miami Dolphins. Now, I know they only lost by 6, but still, hey, this Dolphin team is not good, and you let us put 37 up on you. It just says something. It just says something. So wide open division, but me and my dad are going to take the Chicago Bears in that one. Then we got the 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Heading down to New Orleans. New Orleans is giving 2.5 to the 49ers. Now, in this one, I made my pick. I honestly thought that my dad was going to take the Saints. But no. We're both going to take the 49ers. Now, this is my mindset. I don't know what my dad's mindset is. The Saints lost to the Falcons. A stupid loss because they're both 10-2. One of the stupid losses was to the Falcons. And I'm like, if the Saints, with Drew Brees at the helm, he was quarterbacking, can lose to the Falcons, and the 49ers barely lost to the Ravens by a field goal in a crappy rainy game, I think that the 49ers defense can really do something and stop this Saints offense. Good thing my fantasy football season's over. I'll talk about that next week because next week the playoffs start. But my season's over. Drew Brees was out for how many weeks? But me and my dad are both going to take the 49ers in that one. Then we got the Cincinnati Bengals, the now 1-11 Cincinnati Bengals. Andy Dalton came back. He said, hey, hold my jockstrap, kid. I'm going to go out and beat the Jets. Fun fact about the Jets. I'll get to that. I'll get to my fun fact. I got to write it down. I'm going to forget. But there's a fun fact about the Jets. I got to remember to get to that. which is the last one. So let me write fun fact. Because if I don't write things down, I don't remember them. Bengals taking on the Browns in Cleveland. Browns are given 8. Me and my dad, I didn't think he would do this. I thought maybe he'd play it safe and try to catch up on me on these picks. Me and my dad are both taking the Bengals in this one. Andy Dalton's back. Baker Mayfield hit his hand. He's kind of iffy on this one. I would like to see the Bengals come out and pull another one off. Watch the Bengals win 2 of their last 4 with Dalton back, going 3, and then all of a sudden, all these people were like, the Dolphins are out again, that first overall pick. You never know, people. You never know. But me and my dad are taking the Bengals. We like the Bengals in this one with Andy Dalton back. We like this one. Denver Broncos taking on the Houston Texans in Houston. Houston's given 9. Real simple, real easy. We're taking the Texans. Texans are on a hot roll. They just beat the New England Patriots. Going on that one. Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Bucks are actually giving 3 to the Colts. Me and my dad say, no. We're going to take the Colts in this one because Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay. They're 5-7 for a reason. But hey, the Colts are 6-6 for a reason. That division, AFC South, is a nice division. Got the Texans and the Titans fighting for that division. Going to be interesting. But me and my dad still like the Colts in this one. Detroit Lions 3-8-1, heading up to Minnesota, to those cold Minnesota, even though it's in dome now. Taking on the 8-4 Vikings. Vikings are giving 13 for a reason. Me and my dad are taking the Vikings. Detroit is just, they're not doing too swift. Matt Patricia might be out there. Don't be surprised if he heads back to New England, takes back his defensive coordinator position with New England. Then we got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are giving 3. Carolina Panthers just fired Ron Rivera a few days ago. Don't be surprised if he doesn't end up in New York taking that Giants job. New York and Mike McCarthy might go there, depending on if they let Shermer go. We'll see how that goes. Me and my dad are both taking the Falcons in this one. Carolina, you fired your head coach for a reason. Carolina, you haven't won anything since that black cat ran on the field. So me and my dad are going to take the Falcons in that one. The Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. This is a big game for Buffalo. I will say that. Buffalo Bills 9-3. Who would have thought? I'm not going to hate on the Buffalo Bills. I'm not going to crap on your team. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, so you know I don't like you. I respect you. I don't like you. But who would have thought? At this point in the season, 9-3 the Buffalo Bills. Now, you can say what you want to say about the Buffalo Bills. You know we're all going to say it. Who did they really play? Some of those 3 losses were to better teams. And a lot of those 9 wins were to crappier teams. But hey, as Buffalo Bill fans will probably respond to this, you play the schedule you dealt. You play the cards you handed. I've said that wrong, but hey, you know what I mean. But they ain't beating the Baltimore Ravens. It is what it is. I don't care. It's in Baltimore. Ravens are still. I'm in Buffalo. Ravens are giving 5.5. The Ravens are beating my dad. Both taking the Ravens. Ravens are winning this one. Yeah. If the Bills beat the Ravens, then I'm going to be like, wow, they have a legit chance to go deep into the playoffs and potentially overtake the New England Patriots for the division. But until they beat the Bills, hey, Bills fans, look at me. Look at me. You beat the Ravens. I will say this, next picks video, which hopefully there is one. Again, give this video a thumbs up. You guys have a chance to take the AFC East for the first time in, 19 years? Give or take. So beat the Ravens and you'll make a believer out of me. Until then, I think you beat a lot of bad teams, and that's why you're 9-3. Again, you played the cards that were dealt to you, but they were very good cards. You got a lot of aces in your hand. All right, now we got the Redskins heading up to Lambeau, take on the Packers. Come on, guys. Come on. Packers. You're both taking the Packers. I might look like an idiot saying it like that, but come on. We're both taking the Packers. Then we got the Chargers heading to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Now, initially, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it. I put Chargers. I scratch it out because I just remembered Nick Foles isn't starting. Minshew's getting in there. A lot of people said Nick Foles is a good quarterback. A lot of people were like, hey, look at Nick Foles. He won a Super Bowl. Nah. It's another scenario where quarterbacks win Super Bowls, but they can't sustain success, and that's where the elite quarterbacks come in. Yes, you could take a quarterback and put a ton of stuff around them, but if they can't make the plays, can't make the throws, can't make the reads, can't do the adjustments, they can't sustain success and win multiple Super Bowls. Nick Foles, Trent Dilfer, I can run down the list of one-hit wonder quarterbacks, and they weren't that good. You need an elite quarterback in your team. But I initially put the Chargers down, and then I was like, wait, Minshew's back in. And I went Jags. Me and my dad are both going Jags. Also, the Chargers are just, they're struck. They got struck by that bad luck, voodoo, juju, whatever you want to call it. Then we got the Kansas City Chiefs heading to New England, take on the Patriots. Patriots are giving 3. If this was the game was the other way around and the Patriots were heading to Kansas City, I would take the Chiefs. But nope, it's in Foxborough. And like my dad says, no one wins in Foxborough. We're both taking the Patriots in that one. Steelers, 7-5, taking on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Steelers are given 2.5. Steelers are riding with their third-string quarterback. You can't make this stuff up. Will they win this one? Yes. Me and my dad are picking the Steelers. Will it be a blowout? I don't think so. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I think the Kyler Murray is going to give them a run for their money. But me and my dad are picking the Steelers in this one. Tennessee Titans taking on the Oakland Raiders in Oakland. Last time I'm going to say that not this season, but this is the last season to say it because they're going to Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada, to be specific. Pacific, as the kids like to say because they say things wrong. Titans are giving 2.5. Me and my dad are both taking the Titans. Ryan Tannehill got himself into a very, very, very good situation with Derrick Henry, the bull, that can just make his life so much easier. That defense makes his life so much easier. He wins games where he barely throws for 200 yards. Can't fault the kid for doing what he's told. Good on you, Ryan Tannehill. We're picking you to beat the Oakland Raiders. Seattle Seahawks heading to LA to take on the Rams. Here's the difference in the games. My dad is taking the Rams. I don't know why. Rams are 7-5. Seattle's 10-2. I'm taking Seattle. I like Russell Wilson better. And then Monday night, New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. If the Eagles want to win the division, they got to beat the New York Giants. And the New York Giants are sucking wind right now. Right now, the draft picks are Bengals, Giants, Redskins, Dolphins. One of you guys asked me, why are the Redskins ahead of the Dolphins? It's the strength of schedule. If you have a lower strength of schedule, which means you had an easier schedule, but you have a crappier record, you deserve the higher pick. Dolphins have a higher SOS than the Redskins. Head-to-head don't matter unless the SOS is the same. But again, the Eagles want to win the division. They got to beat the Giants. They're giving 9.5 because they're home. Me and my dad are both taking the Eagles. Let's see if the Giants can surprise them because next week you got the Miami Dolphins coming. Me and my dad are going to that game. Side note. And then finally, to talk about, we have Miami Dolphins here in my hometown, New Jersey. Because it's not New York. They're in the Meadowlands in New Jersey. But we're here in New Jersey taking on the Jets. My dad is taking the Miami Dolphins. And for all season, my dad would pick the Dolphins. A lot of people would be like, your dad is such a homer. He's always picking the Dolphins. But this game, you're kind of like, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. I'm not going to tell you who I pick. I'm not going to tell you who I pick. Like I said, you got to watch tomorrow's video where I break down the game between the Dolphins and the Jets and all that shazam and bam, 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 bam. But the fun fact I wanted to talk about, the New York Jets are the first team in NFL history to, in the same season, lose to 2 teams that were winless at the time that they lost to them. I think it's hilarious. The Dolphins at 0-7. Bengals at 0-11. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Be sure to comment below. Let me know your picks. Let me know who you pick. If I picked against your team, let me know. Let me know which is some of the things I would say. And also comment below. Let me know if you want this series to keep going. If you want the series to keep going, you got to show your support. Give a thumbs up. Watch it with your eyes. Share it with the world. But other than that, be sure to comment below. And let me get to one of you guys' comments of the day. And this comment comes from Stefan. And he says to me, you can see the staff wants Balaj to prove he can be a starter. We're going to evaluate everyone fairly, as well as get us out of cap hell. Really, really like that comment because I will say it. I was one of the guys who were like, why is Balaj still in the game? Why are you still trying to shove Balaj down our throats? Can you put Laird in? Can you put Gaskins in? Can you do something different? Why? But then I read Stefan's comment and I was like, or Steven, I apologize if I said your name wrong. And I was like, wait, that's right. Literally what this season is, I just booped my mic. Give a thumbs up every time I boop my mic. I realized to myself, this season essentially is, let's see what we got. We knew we weren't going to win much this season. We knew that we were hard reset. We knew that we were rebuilding something. So essentially this season was, what do we got? Who are we keeping? What can we build off of? And so forth and so on. That's why they were pushing Balaj down your throats, because they want to know, do we have something with this kid, or do we need to move on, draft someone, sign someone, or both? And like he said, get him out of cap hell. Get rid of some of these players that are costing a lot of money. Spend money for that one time of trading them, a.k.a. Ryan Tannehill, Quinn. Pay half a little bit of their contract just to get away from them and then go and eat the rest of the contract. So, yeah, I really like what you're saying, because you got to look at that. That's what these last 4 games are. Look at what the Dolphins did with picking up those 2 guys, the wide receiver and the guard/center. That's what I expect a lot of what the Dolphins are going to do, start poaching players from practice squads and stuff, because they want to see in these last 4 games, who can we steal? Who's these little talents, the little Preston Williams, the little Cameron Wakes, the guys who no one's talking about, but we're going to poach you. All of a sudden, look, this guy becomes a great star. So, like the comment made me think, if Balaj didn't get hurt, his injury was like a 2 to 3 week injury, but the fact that the season's almost over, same thing with Jakeem Grant, they just shut him down, because it's like, there's no point in waiting you to see what you could do and then have you play in 2 weeks. That'd be funny if they have activated Keep to leave week 15 and then see what he could do. That'd be hilarious. But thank you for the comment. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. Break things down. I even tweet out some funny things. I retweet some interesting things, put my thought process on them, give you guys a little update. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I got a Facebook. Comment below. Let me know if you guys want me to post more on Facebook, on my Facebook page. I got to spruce it up. But you guys go on Facebook a lot. Let me know. Comment below. Also, check out the Bit Boys. Christmas stuff already started happening. Another video. Christmas came out today. Be sure to check it out. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. If you don't feel like you need to. But a lot of you guys have, and I greatly appreciate it. I think we're at 510 subscribers because of you. Thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up. For one, it lets me know you like the series of me and my dad making our picks every week, breaking down the games and stuff. It really lets me know, hey, keep doing it, Doug, because people like it. Because lately, these videos aren't doing too great. So I'm like, hey, do people still like it? So give this video a thumbs up for that. Also, because you like my picks and you like the content. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But before I get to that one, I'm all messed up. I'm all shook up, as Elvis Presley once said. Be sure to check out Sportscaster and DolphinsTalk.com. 2 great sites. One of them I stream on. The other one is a great site that has tons of Dolphin content, beat writers, podcasts. I'm on there. Young Mayo's on there. Anthony Saba's on there. TD Finn's Talk's on there. Be sure to go check them out. Then, after you do that, or before you do that, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'm very close to 8,000. I think I'm like 12 away from 8,000, which then I'm 2,000 away from 10,000, which is my goal. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow with the breakdown of take 2 of the Dolphins versus the Jets. Is it going to be 2-0 against them? I'll let you know tomorrow. But other than that, stay classy. Fins up.